So I wasn't like, I'm not a born writer. I'm like self-taught. I have been an avid reader from when I was very little. I still remember that at I think 5 years of age, I learned reading the German alphabet and German words and children's books. My mother tongue is German, Austrian German to be exact, which is also like what I spoke growing up was a kind of a dialect and also a bit different from standard German. And I wrote the memoir in English, which is not my mother tongue, but I'm pretty comfortable writing in English um, since I have been doing so for a very long time now. Um, yeah, the memoir is also a travelogue, so I it also features a lot of like travel scenes and history, which I personally am a fan of, particularly European history and Chinese history. Like I'm not interested in other kinds of history, but I think like history is a huge subject. So if you're trying to get to know about certain times in history, you may be so busy studying like one part of history that you're kind of like not getting to other parts. In Austria, like the uh, history lessons we had at school weren't covering a lot of topics. We were covering a lot of like the Second World War. We were covering it in a critical kind of way. So when I was growing up, I saw this time as critical, not as something to be proud of. Um, yeah, we saw like what the Nazis did as very critical, as something not to be repeated. Uh, I don't know if all schools taught it like that, but I think there was like probably some kind of guideline that said that this is the only way you're allowed to speak about World War II and what happened. We also saw a lot of documentaries, and everyone who can like basically think critically can see that what happened to the Jews was extremely unfair, extremely cruel, that for sure some people may not have acted according to their own free will because they otherwise they would have been killed. And I totally understand that it's easy for us to say that, oh yeah, all people who were like killing other people were bad people and did bad stuff. That's not what I mean. Like, I know that some people had to do this if they wanted to stay alive, and we don't know if we wouldn't do the same if we were in the same situation. Some people chose to take their lives, others just like uh, yeah, started to uh, protect their own life and do cruel acts. But of course, there were also those who didn't have a conscience and who did so quite willingly. So yeah, but anyways, like we were taught about it like from a critical standpoint, and I also always like um saw it like that.